Confronting a romance scammer can feel like the moment you finally regain your power. You see the lies, frustration sets in, and you want the truth immediately. But this is where many situations become more dangerous, not less. Cybercrime monitoring groups and law enforcement agencies have consistently found that when victims confront scammer behavior directly, the scammer reaction is often to escalate harassment, pressure, or threats rather than walk away. Victims who challenge scammers are more likely to experience repeated contact attempts or intimidation afterward. What feels like standing your ground can actually give the scammer new psychological leverage. In this video, you'll learn what typically happens after confrontation and how to protect yourself before things spiral further. Why confrontation changes the scammer's strategy. Romance scammers are not emotionally invested in relationships. They are invested in control. When you confront scammer behavior, they often switch tactics immediately. Instead of affection, they use confusion, guilt, or urgency to pull you back in. This scammer reaction is psychological, designed to destabilize you so you second-guess your instincts. From a technical perspective, scammers may delete messages, switch accounts, or move the conversation to another platform where tracking and reporting are harder. The goal is not to explain themselves. It is to keep you engaged long enough to recover influence. What scammers usually do after being called out. Once confronted, romance scammers tend to follow familiar patterns, denying everything and accusing you of being suspicious or cruel, flooding you with emotional messages to regain sympathy, claiming sudden emergencies to create urgency, threatening to expose conversations or images, going silent briefly, then returning with a revised story. These reactions are calculated. They are meant to reset the manipulation, not end it. How confrontation increases emotional and practical risk. Calling out a scammer often feels empowering, but it can increase risk quickly. Emotionally, victims may be pulled into cycles of anger, guilt, and confusion that cloud judgment. Practically, confrontation can trigger retaliation, including harassment, impersonation, or blackmail attempts. Some scammers escalate demands or threaten exposure once they believe they are about to lose control. Interpol notes that online romance scams are among the fastest-growing forms of cyber-enabled fraud worldwide, with victims reporting severe emotional distress alongside financial loss, and many cases involving prolonged psychological manipulation rather than one-time theft. This makes confrontation especially risky when personal details, photos, or financial information have already been shared. Protect yourself without escalating the situation. If you suspect you are dealing with a romance scammer, your priority should be safety and evidence, not confrontation. Stop engaging emotionally and avoid further debate or accusations after you confront scammer behavior. Preserve evidence by saving messages, usernames, profile links, and timestamps. Do not block the scammer immediately, as blocking can erase evidence and provoke retaliation driven by the scammer reaction. Report the scammer through the dating platform or service where you met them, as well as your local and national law enforcement agencies. If money was sent or requested, contact your bank or payment provider immediately. Secure your accounts by changing passwords and reviewing privacy settings. Reach out to private cybersecurity firms that specialize in romance scams and digital extortion response. Closure comes from protection, not confrontation. Confronting a romance scammer rarely brings clarity or closure. More often, it leads to escalation, pressure, and emotional exhaustion once you confront scammer behavior directly. You protect yourself by staying calm, preserving evidence, and understanding the typical scammer reaction before taking further steps. At Blackmail.HelpLine, our experts have over a decade of experience de-escalating these situations. We can intercede seamlessly on your behalf and take over communication with the scammer. Through advanced techniques, we can discreetly locate and identify the scammer and convince them to abandon their scheme. If you have fallen victim to a romance scam and are unsure of what to do next, you don't need to face this alone. Our team is ready to help you get started with a confidential consultation. Call 888-634-1535 or visit blackmailhelpline.com to begin regaining control today. helpful links and resources. To learn more, visit our website at Blackmail.HelpLine.com. The link is in the description below. Feel free to leave a comment with your questions or call us directly at 888-634-1535. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and let us know in the comments if you'd like us to cover more cases like this. See you in the next video.